I released my song Suppertime, and this is kind of the process of how I made that song. So I wanted to make something political. I wanted to make something that touched upon a lot of current political events. Very anti-fascism. If you go into the lyrics, I really say my feelings hard about this shit. And I'm really happy that I was able to get these words out, because I'm very mad, and I think other people should be more mad. And I think other people should voice their concerns more. And, you know, especially if you're an artist, I feel like, yeah, that's a great opportunity for you to just write lyrically how shit this all is, and you shouldn't associate with people who believe in this fascist bullshit. So I went really hard with that. I was very inspired by a lot of other politically hard-hitting, driven artists like Kendrick Lamar or Massive Attack, and just being very outspoken about stuff like this. And another point I was very inspired by was the vibe of the whole song. I wanted it to kind of be reminiscent of the hippie movement, because I saw a lot of similarities of how it's like a lot of people are just wanting to protest peacefully, right? Government's not seen that way. Government's trying to manipulate the fucking masses, call everybody like a fucking liberal or something who's just trying to stand up against them, and it's just like, okay, it's the same shit. Like, history's just repeating. The whole song is about how history's repeating. So I kind of wanted to give this vibe that, okay, we're back in like the hippie era, you know? This is the kind of thing I wanted to go for. So I was like, okay, how do I make a hip-hop song sound psychedelic? So I was diving into a lot of ways to make it sound that way. And in a way, I kind of found my new style, I think, on how I want to make music. That's kind of why Delta 9 also sounds really psychedelic. I also wanted to just bring a vibe that was from the era. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to sample something for the song, it should be a song that is from that hippie era. So I was like looking through a lot of songs from that era that I listened to, and one thing that came up was Big Brother and the Holding Company. While Janis Joplin was still in the band, it was from their album Cheap Thrills, and it's a song called Summertime. And I was like, why don't I just repurpose that to kind of be suppertime? And, you know, the meaning of the word suppertime in a song, if it's not obvious, is to eat the rich. So I was like, this kind of all just worked out perfectly. It was awesome. It was a blast to write, and it was a blast to make. I love this song.